Hey guys, we're in Mark chapter 4, verses 30 through 34. And we're looking at a pretty familiar passage, at least if you've been around the faith for a while. You've probably heard a sermon or a lesson or two on this parable of the mustard seed. And almost everyone who teaches and preaches this parable always comes to this place where they point out the size of the mustard seed, this seemingly small and insignificant seed that grows into this great plant or a great tree or this great thing that happens with this. But I started thinking about this. Um, it seems that the gospel, particularly when Jesus is teaching, is always referred to very small things. We talk about just a little bit of yeast, talk about the mustard seed, we talk about the one that's gone from the 99. So small and insignificant that becomes this big, giant transformational kind of concept. And I, I'm really struggling to even think of how that is relevant in our culture. And what I mean by that is I don't think our world speaks in those terms. That small and insignificant are not newsworthy. Small and insignificant are not highlight worthy. And small and insignificant aren't what pay the bills, right? And so when we read this gospel about this small, tiny thing that happens within us and then explodes into this great, big, different type of creation. That's a pretty powerful concept and very otherworldly type of thing. We're told that the branches go out and they provide shade. There's resources that this mustard tree provides that wouldn't have provided had the seed not had a chance to bear that fruit. And so my question that I want to ask you is one that even in our family we ask all the time. What would your life look like right now if Jesus wasn't the Lord of it? I mean, think about that. I think about this all the time. When I look back from the first time I ever made a decision to follow him to what my life has been orchestrated like it is right now, and the opportunities I've had to abandon that in the past, and probably opportunities I'll have in the future to do the same. But hanging in there and sticking with this, knowing that this is a seed that is developing into a great and mighty tree. Um, what would that look like? That's a conversation piece that even my wife and I have on a regular basis. It's a conversation piece that I've had even with my kids, some other family members, and it's a conversation piece that I want to challenge you to have right now. What would your life look like if Jesus wasn't your Lord? And when you answer that question and you answer it honestly, what does it look like now because he is? And compare and contrast the two. And then spend some time today just saying, God, thank you for the blessing of being my Lord. Thank you for the blessing of being this amazing, mighty, and rich tree that provides so much more than I could have ever done on my own. So you guys have a blessed day with that. Let that kind of bang around in your head for a little bit and wrestle with that. But what would it look like if Jesus wasn't your Lord? Have a blessed day.